We are back. I was going to talk about this, but Peanut Gallery, take it away.
So let's talk about Ridge Holland. He was on a warpath because he felt like WWE was abandoning him, only for him to then be released from his contract. So now he's getting no money.
Yeah.
And then he tried to set up a GoFundMe, and then that got taken, or he took it down because of the controversy around this.
Because here's why there was a controversy around it.
Because he had gripes about his treatment from the company itself.
He also had gripes about his pay, but he was being paid fine. WWE offers financial classes. Mm-hmm. Now, there is a part of this where I do agree, and I think Jinder Mahal was the one who brought it up, that they have to pay for their hotel and accommodations unless you're a top guy. You have to have a family, which Ridge Holland has a couple of kids. He does have a family. And the GoFundMe was not set up by Ridge. It was set up by a family member.
Oh, now, interesting.
He did specify that he had no knowledge of this GoFundMe. He did not like the fact that there was a GoFundMe for him. And he was going to be donating the proceeds or the equivalent of the proceeds to charity to counteract this. Mm-hmm. I think this is a good thing because it takes a good level of responsibility from Ridge that maybe he was financially not he was financially ignorant about the situation, because there are plenty of wrestlers who have families and manage to do it just fine.
Right.
Anyway, I don't want to take up too much, but I saw this. I'm like, okay, there was a lot to unpack with this one.
Yeah. I don't think Ridge Holland is entirely at fault. Now, he is at fault for the words that he said about WWE, and
WWE was in the right on releasing him early because of his actions, because that's a consequence.
Right. And obviously, and WWE acted in, I think, good faith enough to at least pay for, at least up until he has said those things, for his recovery process.
No, they are paying for his entire recovery and rehab process. It was the general expenses like his mortgage and food and all of that for his family. That was his gripe. So he wasn't being paid, but he was up until the controversy came to light that they were paying for his medical stuff. So now they're no longer paying for that. They're not paying for anything anymore. Oh, I was not aware of that.
Yes, I thought that was the contract release's terms.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so they're not paying for any of that now.
Oh,
so he's left on the hook for the surgeries.
That's already happened. They already paid for that part. But any rehab from this point on is gonna be on him.
Yes.
And to be honest with you, I think WWE was in the right on releasing him. You don't just get to pop off on the company that fucking hired and you're paying for your treatment.
Yeah.
And
you should have waited until afterwards.
And not expect consequences.
Right. He should have just kept his mouth shut until the whole process was finished.
Right.
So Deadlock Pro Wrestling is going to be going on hiatus, essentially.
I don't know what Deadlock Pro Wrestling is.
So they are they're just an independent wrestling promotion, but they're doing a show in December where all the tickets are going to be $1.
Okay.
And they are going to be going to the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina. And so they're just a company that has been around since 2021. They've had talent on there like Mike Bailey, Roderick Strong, Mustafa Ali, and others like that.
Okay.
But yeah, I think what was noteworthy was they were doing their last show where all the tickets are $1 in the United States.
That's kind of weird. Yeah. But cool.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about the mixed tag team situation going on in WWE /AAA/NXT/ everything else that's going on.
Okay.
So number one, I think that it's interesting that they're bringing back this whole, how WWE back in 2021, 2022, they had the mixed tag challenges in December. I think this is their attempt to kind of bring portions of it back.
Okay.
And I think that it's going to be interesting. But I did want to talk about it because I thought it was, something that they had abandoned and now it's something they're bringing back.
Well, I mean, and to an extent, I think they just wanted to bring the mixed tag team champions into a bigger product. I don't know why they chose the mixed tag team champions of all things.
And with triple odds, like of all the champions that they're bringing into the NXT scene, more specifically, it's the mixed tag team champions.
Right. It's really interesting. Well, that was also on SmackDown because Chelsea Green won the Women's United States Champion.
Yes. And obviously, Chelsea Green is a national treasure.
She's awesome.
So, Brian Cage is not coming back for a while. He had to go under the knife for his right knee. Again? Yes.
God.
There are a lot of people that are injured right now. If you haven't noticed.
He's been out for a long time.
I know, and if you're going under for another knee surgery, it's going to be even longer.
Yep.
I know that Zoe Stark is going to be out until at least mid 2026 now.
Oh my God.
Is what they're saying. There are a bunch of other people who, I think Dustin Rhodes, obviously, he's going to be out for...
Because he had double, I think he had
double knee surgery.
Is it double knee surgery, right?
God, all these knee surgeries.
I thought it was double hip, but no,
it was double knee surgery.
Yeah, there was a lot of leg injuries this time.
Yeah.
Ilya Dragunov just came back from a huge hiatus because of a leg injury. It's really weird. And I didn't even notice how many leg injuries there were.
Oh yeah, there are. Mercedes Moné is going for yet another title.
Is it that one with the hijab girl? I'm assuming that's the one.
Nor Phoenix Diana for the APAC Women's Championship.
Yes, that is the first. That's the first wrestler that is wrestling in hijab in the United States, to my knowledge. That's kind of cool.
It is. It is happening on U.S. soil. I thought it was. Yeah, it's happening in Long Island, New York.
Yep. So another belt that she will add to this collection of
meaningless belts.
Meaningless, absolutely meaningless belts.
So stupid. We did talk about the national championship situation already. It's stupid. You don't need this many titles. Please, for the love of God, just split the damn brand.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's like, well, they kind of have it. No, you need to draw a line in the sand.
Yep.
Like, these are champions that are going to be on this brand. These are champions that are going to be on this brand. And if you think that's the problem, then get rid of some of the champions. When AEW was at its most popular, it had four champions. That was it.
Yep.
And it was hugely popular.
Yep.
And now they have, I think, considering with Ring of Honor, they have 19 active champions.
Yeah, that's a lot of championships.
I mean, WWE has 23 if you consider NXT, Evolve, and ID.
Yeah.
And then Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah. All right. So,
Nixon,
Newell, Miranda, Alize walking out of the Collision tapings.
So I have my say in this matter.
You have an opinion on this?
I do. They did respond to an extent on why they left. To what I heard was that they refused to lose.
Yeah.
But I think they said...
No, they said the reason that they walked out was because they were only given 5 minutes.
I was thinking it was 3 minutes.
So, yeah, something like that.
So I have... And this was not the way to do this,
and to do it just so early on in their tenure with AEW, are they even under contract yet?
I think they were temporarily. I think it was a case-by-case basis. And then, what's her name? Well, formerly known as Tegan Knox. I can't remember her name.
Nixon Newell.
Nixon Newell, thank you. Nixon bitched, moaned, and complained that it was really hard for her to get booked. I'm like, okay, if this was going to be your attitude...
So, this is the attitude that you're going to give. Who's going to trust you in the future?
I wouldn't fucking trust you. And I don't care if it was it was only 3 minutes, it was only this. You are employed by the company to do a job.
Right.
How they book it is none of your fucking business. If they wanted to give you that, they give you that. Hell, Julia and Chelsea Green had a 1 minute and 30-second match. I had a bitch and moan and complain about it, but they still went out there and did it.
Yeah.
So what's your fucking excuse? You You essentially just blackballed yourself.
Right.
Both of you did.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate because both of them are good wrestlers.
Yeah.
I've given Alize a lot of praise. I've always liked Nixon, but she's just way too injury prone.
Mm-hmm.
This was not the way to do it. It just wasn't. You don't do that and expect no consequences.
Right.
Now, maybe there are other factors in this. I'm not sure. They kept their response pretty vague. I don't know. I think either way they did this, they walked out.
Yep.
They were unprofessional on walking out. And yeah, Mercedes Moné and Naomi, they did the same exact thing. They walked out.
And what was the consequence? Well, they were essentially held hostage for like 6 months, and then both of their contracts expired.
Yeah, they were held hostage. Now, they bounced back really well. You know, Mercedes Moné is making stupid amounts of money for being terrible at her job, actually being worse. And then Naomi, other than her paternity, she was doing the best stuff in her career because she was like, I feel bad, and she built back.
Mm-hmm.
So
she went to TNA to gain desert power, and then came back stronger.
Exactly. I don't think this is going to end up that way for these two. I think they're just going to be blackballed because, I mean, that is unacceptable behavior. Same thing with Pac. Pac walked out because he didn't want to lose to Enzo Amore again. And he had the consequence of that.
Yeah.
Now he's just sort of lingering with the Death Riders, doing fuck all, looking like Austin Aries poop. It's really weird.
Yeah.
He looks like a Bosch clone of Austin Aries.
Yep. And last but certainly not least, who do we think is going to be the mystery opponent? I think it's either, well, I mean, I think every WWE fan wishes it would be Edge, but I don't think it's going to happen. It might just be our usual suspects like Gunther or something, because Gunther has been out for a while.
Right.
People are saying maybe like Joe Hendry or...
Okay.
You know, and then Nick Aldis, one who announced it, was even rumored to be the mystery opponent.
Right.
So
they really shaped this John Cena tournament really well so far. Every decision that they've made for Cena's last opponent has been very meticulous. Mm-hmm. They're just not throwing anybody in there.
Oh no, they're being very intentional with the opponent, with the people that participate in this tournament.
Right.
But ultimately, I think it is going to be Gunther. It's either it's either going to be Gunther or maybe like Carmelo Hayes.
Okay.
Just because Carmelo Hayes is seen as like the next generation John Cena, passing the torch. Yada yada yada.
What if it was somebody who actually was equated to John Cena? What if it was like Velveteen Dream or something?
That would be. I don't think that's going to happen. Although it's going to be more likely than Adam Copeland.
Probably.
Oh man, I wanted to end on that note. But anyways, that's about all we got.
So when we come back, we are going to talk about something really interesting.
Mm-hmm.